Welcome children. Take up the Radiant Reader book, Chapter 17, The Young Witness, Part 1. This play depicts about a court case. The character of this play are: Judge is the Justice Bloom, accused person is Tony Pickle, prosecution counsel is Mr. J. Smith, defense counsel is Mr. Boswell, witness is Emily Joseph, clerk of the court, attendant, and a small crowd of people attendant. Attention please, rise everyone. Justice Bloom's court is in session. Enter Justice Bloom. Everyone stands. Attendant announces, attention please, stand up. Everyone stand up. Justice Bloom's court is going to start. Enter Justice Bloom. Everyone stands to pay respect. Clerk, Your Honor, the first case this morning is of government via Tony Pickle. The clerk starts saying, Your Honor, today's first case is of government via Tony Pickle. Justice Bloom, you may proceed, Mr. Smith. What is the nature of the case? Justice Bloom gives order, yes, you may proceed, Mr. Smith, and asks, what is the nature of the case? Prosecution counsel, this is a case of theft, Your Honor. Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith says, Your Honor, it is the case of theft. Justice Bloom, does the accused plead guilty? Justice Bloom, has the accused accepted his guilt? Defense counsel, Your Honor, we plead not guilty. Defense counsel, Mr. Boswell says, Your Honor, we plead against guilty. Justice Bloom, does the prosecution have any witness? Justice Bloom asks, if the prosecution have any witness? Prosecution counsel, yes, Your Honor, we have one witness. Prosecution counsel, yes. Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith says, yes, Your Honor, we have one witness. Justice Bloom, produce him. Justice Bloom orders to produce him before the court. Prosecution counsel, gently pushing forward a little girl. Here is a witness, Miss Emily Joseph. Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith brings forward a little girl. She is our witness, Miss Emily Joseph. Justice Bloom, what? This little child. Justice Bloom surprisingly says, what? She is a mere child. Prosecution counsel, yes, this little child is my only witness we have. Your Honor, the robbery was committed in Emily's house. The little witness has seen it and her testimony is of utmost importance. Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith says, yes, this little child is one and only eyewitness we have. He further added, Your Honor, the robbery took place in her house and she has seen everything. So her saying is of utmost importance. Defense counsel, but Your Honor, to put this innocent child in the witness box is itself a crime. Besides, I wonder if she is old enough to testify. Defense counsel, Mr. Boswell says, but Your Honor, to bring this mere child in the witness box is itself a crime. Besides, it surprises me if she was old enough to be testified. Prosecution counsel, I submit that my witness is honest and intelligent enough to answer any questions. Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith says, I think my witness is honest and intelligent enough to answer all my questions. Justice Bloom, put the child in the witness box and give her the customary oath. Emily, nervous looking, somewhat dazed, enters the witness box. Justice Bloom says, bring the child in the witness box and give her the customary oath. Emily comes to the witness box, looks nervous, somewhat different. Prosecution counsel, well, Emily, do you know the nature of an oath? Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith asked, could Emily, if she knew the nature of an oath? Emily Joseph, I don't know. What do you mean by that, sir? Emily Joseph says, she doesn't know. She asks her, what does it mean? Defense counsel, Your Honor, this witness does not even know what an oath is. I consider her unfit to give any evidence. Defense counsel, Mr. Boswell says, Your Honor, this mere child even doesn't know the meaning of an oath. I think she is unfit to give any proof. Prosecution counsel, that is for the court to decide. Your Honor, the court will have to note the fact that the defense counsel had already scared the poor child. Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith says, Your Honor, it is for the court to decide. The court should mark that the defense counsel had scared the child. Defense counsel, that is not true, Your Honor. Defense counsel, Mr. Boswell says, Your Honor, it's false. Prosecution counsel, but it is true. I plead that the witness be handled in a very gentle manner. Prosecution counsel, Mr. J. Smith says, but this is true. I request the little child must be handled in a very caring way. Justice Bloom, well, you may leave it to the court. The court will see that the child is not prevented from saying what she wants to say. You may proceed, Mr. Smith. Justice Bloom asks Mr. Smith to leave it for the court. It is the court's duty to see that the child will not be stopped from saying what she wants to say. You may carry on, Mr. Smith. Now let me give you the question answers of this chapter. Question 1. What were the important features of the case Government via Tony Pickle? Answer. The case of theft and the robbery at Emily's house were the important features of the case Government via Tony Pickle. Number 2. What objection was raised by the defense counsel to Emily being a witness? Answer. According to defense counsel, Emily was so small that she doesn't knew the meaning of an oath and so considers her unfit to give any evidence. And to put the innocent child in the witness box was itself a crime. Question 3. Why was the little child's evidence considered by the prosecution to be of vital importance? Answer. The little child's evidence was considered by the prosecution to be of vital importance because the robbery was committed in her house and she had been it, and she was honest and intelligent enough to answer all his questions. Question 4. How did Justice Bloom settle the argument between the two counsels regarding Emily's evidence? Answer. To settle the argument between the two counsels regarding Emily's evidence, Justice Bloom said to leave it to the court. It is the court's duty to see that the child is not prevented from saying what she wants to say. Question 5. Why did the defense counsel argue that Emily was unfit to give evidence? Answer. The defense counsel was well aware that Emily, though a mere child, but she was the only eyewitness who could turn the case, and so he argued that Emily was unfit to give evidence. Question 6. What was the judge reply to this argument? Answer. The judge replied that it was the court's duty to look after the child. And with this, I am ending my today's class. Goodbye.